Todd, you must enjoy coming here. 9 straight wins at this venue, and the last couple have been especially emphatic.
Yeah, I think the most pleasing thing was I think we're pretty solid for 4 quarters today. So, yeah, it was our most consistent performance for a while. Tricky conditions, we would obviously like to kick a bit straighter, but I thought we were pretty good.
Like you said, you started well and you just continued the whole day. You dominated in every area. I mean, I think if you kicked straighter, it could have been a lot more, but it was as emphatic as a result can be, just about.
Yeah, and I think it was pleasing. You know, the 3 young guys that came in and played really well and had an impact on the game. But I thought we certainly had a much greater spread, I think, of contributors than we've had in the first 2 rounds. So, you know, we're disappointed after the round 2 against Subi. We were pretty good for 2.5 quarters and then really fell away. So, you know, last week we were okay. West Perth played pretty well, put us under pressure. So, you know, we thought, you know, if you give East Fremantle a look, they'll certainly cut you up, want to move the ball quick. So I thought we were able to hold them up.
As good as it was to kick a good score, to hold them to, 5 goals and 19 inside 50s for the day, that's as good a defensive performance all over the field that you can provide.
Yeah, look, we definitely want to restrict the opposition getting inside 50s because it makes it, you know, impossible to score if they can't get it in there. So, you know, 19's, yeah, it's pretty rare. So, look, we were happy, but we were more happy with the weight of numbers. Yeah.
You mentioned the guys coming in. Brandon Donaldson had to bide his time for the first couple of weeks, but I think nearly 30 touches and 3 goals made a statement.
Yeah, we've probably been pretty strong the last few years that guys, to get in the side, they've got to really kick it in. And when they've done that, when they've come in, they've been able to play at the same level and really contribute. So, yeah, look, he's had to bide his time, but he just keeps working hard. And it was good to see him get some reward, you know. A lot of contested footy for him today as well. So, and Zach Dent, you know, first year at the club and came in, did some nice things, and Jake Florenka, you know, we set him a task early and did it pretty well, and then was able to contribute. So yeah, it was pleasing.
Ashton Ham's playing forward the last couple of weeks has been really dangerous. Is that a role that at this point in his career you probably see him playing more of, and if he does it, he can be really effective?
Yeah, he's so smart and reads the ball so well. So the plan with him is definitely play midfield as well, and today we probably didn't have to play midfield. So yeah, he's just so smart with the footy. But yeah, the other end, I think we had 6 guys with 13 games or less that played. So that's really another positive. But yeah, he's been fantastic. Touch wood, he had a really good summer. So you know, hopefully he continues to play well.
Around the contested footy as well, in tough conditions, that was always going to be a big part of the game, and you were probably harder than them and won a lot of the hard footy.
Yeah, I think the contested ball numbers would have been our way in the end. We were a bit disappointed about how we went around the clearances last week against West Perth, and I thought we were much more consistent in there today. You know, look, Marlon played inside today, and it's been something we've been, you know, he's been growing. We're trying to always grow more guys that can go through multiple positions. So he was good today in there. It just gives us something a bit different.
I was going to ask about Marlon because over the first 3 weeks now you've used him in different roles, and maybe if you don't need him as much down back, he's a pretty handy guy. You can throw into the middle, you can throw him forward at times too.
Oh, look, he's a fantastic player to have. He can play back, midfield, forward, ruck. And he's a really selfless guy, and he'll do as much as he can for the team. So, yeah, he had a good impact for us inside today with his speed and his pressure.
Do you come away from this game feeling good, like you've now delivered a performance that you expected from the team after a bit of a scratchy first 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, as I said before, I thought the first week against a team that's clearly smashed everyone that they've played, I thought we were pretty good for 2.5 quarters. And then last week, you know, it was pretty warm. We lost Jared Parry early, and West Perth's pressure was pretty good. So you can only beat who's in front of you. So we're really happy. Played well. You know, had most of the 22 contribute, if not all. And we're really consistent from start to finish. You know, I didn't think today we did let the scoreboard dictate our effort at any time. So that's a plus.
A challenging week in some ways now. This week because you've got a shorter break and you've also got the travel down to Albany. I imagine it'll be reasonably light on the track.
Oh, look, we'll recover tomorrow and then train and then head down. So, you know, some of the boys always joked it's a long way to Joondalup, so it's probably not much further for some of them to go to Albany. But yeah, look, it's a great opportunity to go to the country regions and play. And Claremont were really good on Thursday, so that'll be another good challenge for us.
Did you scratch your head a little bit when you saw the fixture, given that Claremont has a 9-day break leading in, and now you have to back up a country trip from playing on a Sunday?
Oh, look, I don't think it really matters. We've got a 6-day break, so you know, I don't think it's not like you're playing on ANZAC Day and playing 4 days later, so we'll be fine.
Good depth again as well, obviously, with Jared and Tom going out. The guys that came in stepped up, and you know, at some point Zach will come back, Adam McIntosh to come back. You've got a lot of guys putting their hand up, and a lot of guys now performing in the leg side too.
Yeah, well, look, it was really pleasing from our reserves group today too. They were pretty young, obviously. Opportunities at senior level through injuries obviously gives more opportunities at reserves level. So they played really well. McIntosh got through his second game, so he's on the way back. Zach Strom, look, probably could have played today, but we erred on the side of caution, and so he'll certainly play some footy next week. And then a few more will drip through.
Thank you.
No worries.